Welcome to the Uncle Ali podcast with me, your Uncle Ali. And I know what you're thinking, Ali. Where have you been? Well, as you know, I coach one-to-one clients online. I make people harder to kill. What do I mean by harder to kill? Well, make you stronger, number one. That is the key. Making you leaner because your chances of dying go up significantly when you're fat and overweight. Number three, cardiovascularly fit as fuck is a technical term, not gassing out walking up fucking stairs. And finally, building more muscle. They are the four main areas physically that I help men with. Upgrade their mindset is another part of that, because if you're weak mentally, you're easy to kill. And then upgrading their nutrition. I work with people one-on-one. I've just been busy with that right now. I'm also in the process of creating an AI app called StrikeFit. It's released right now, but I've been working on that as well. So that is where I've been. And it's no excuse. I'm going to be doing these more regular. I was trying to do them every day. But, as I say, I let other stuff get in the way. And I didn't realize how much these were important to people, how much people actually really enjoyed these podcasts. They're good for me as well, to share my own knowledge. I'm actually going to talk about a topic here that's, well, really profound, because it was actually a comment from a lad that follows me, a fighter himself, a good fighter, Alden Bates. And just so I don't butcher him, he's a business owner, professional fighter, an Australian champion. Great fighter, great experience. He's a business owner, which is what I fucking love to see. I love to see ex-fighters, create something for themselves and move on. Because I believe if you're a fighter, if you manage to fight in a cage of another man, like, business is easy. Anything is easy after that. Sales, like, I do a lot of sales stuff. And it's everything's easier when you learn to fight and you're not scared. You haven't got that fear. And Alden Bates actually put a good comment on a reel, and I talked about how you should be your own best friend and stop that negative self-talk. And he actually made a good point. It made me think, well, fuck, I was like that myself. He said, this is crazy. Dominic Cruz said the exact same thing to me in a seminar at our gym. I disagreed with him, saying we should all have the David Goggins mentality. We are pieces of shit and need to work harder at everything we do. Months later, it clicked in. You're absolutely bang on, Ali. Give yourself self-credit where credit is due. I'm not as successful as I wanted to be, UFC champion, but I'm 100 times more successful than people thought I would be when you are where we grew up from. And I can relate. Listen, I was the same. I shouldn't even fucking really be here right now. I wanted to commit suicide multiple times as a kid. Like, I shouldn't be here myself. We all have our own little things we went through when we were younger. And I get it. I completely get it. But this is a topic because there is a yin and yang with this. There is an aspect of you should talk to yourself like you are a piece of shit. Sometimes you need that tough love. The problem is the world is full of sugarcoating shit and making you self-love yourself, but they don't realize if you sugarcoat everything, you're just going to be a fat cunt, aren't you? It's full of sugar. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you sugarcoat everything, you're just going to be soft as fuck. If you go in the gym and you only work on things you're comfortable with and that's easy, you will never be a fucking beast. Never. So Alden Bates is right. You've got to talk to yourself like you are a piece of shit, but there is a balance, because there is a time when you need to speak to yourself like you're the best in the world. So what's that fucking balance? It's hard. I'm going to try and articulate it, but I'm going to be honest with you. I felt this during my career. I knew I had to be my own best friend, but I also knew what gave me an edge was the fact I did talk to myself like a piece of shit. I would make myself guilty for not training on a Saturday night. So I used to work the door Friday, Saturday, Sunday most weeks. And on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, I used to guilt trip myself into either running home or going to the gym to do a quick workout at 5 a.m. after working 8, 9 hours, 10 hours sometimes. Standing on the door in the cold, dealing with drunk people, throwing them out. I'd still try and train. And obviously that was dumb as fuck because that led to overtraining. Obviously I wasn't recovering. Obviously I was fucking drained. Mentally it helped me massively. Fuck me. Like when you can do that after push yourself to the limits where you're already exhausted and keep going, that's great. But your body doesn't perform the way it should then. Like there's a balance between building mental toughness and just breaking your body down. I broke my body down to the point where I wasn't recovering. Hence why I ended up with, life-changing injuries that I never recovered from. So what the fuck's the balance? Great fucking conversation to dive into. I'm going to try and articulate it, and I'll be completely honest. This is a lifelong balance you're going to have to go through. Like, it's not like I'm going to give you this one podcast and you're going to know exactly when you've got it right. You're going to have to adjust this yourself. Like, each individual is different. I hope you don't mind me drinking a Monster while I'm talking. I'm not sponsored by them. The bastards. I'm not a big enough name yet. So most people do lie to themselves with too much kindness, or they bully themselves with too much hate. That is essentially if we had to break it down. And the truth is you do need both. You need to be your best friend, but you also need to call yourself a piece of shit when you're slacking. I don't think most people have the issue of what I had of calling themselves a piece of shit too much. I think most people need to call themselves a piece of shit more, and that's why I kind of dive into that a little bit more in my content. I'm a little bit more tougher with my love. So tough love, we had to define it and we had to give some examples. Tough love pushes you past your comfort zone. It's that self-accountability. Do you know what I mean? Like if you ever trained by yourself or had to train for a fight by yourself, you have to have that tough love. Like I had to learn very early on in my MMA career, if I wanted to be good at this, I had to have self-love because no one else was pushing me around me. I was in a small gym in Belfast. The coach didn't really have a fucking clue what he was doing. And I had to push myself to the limits. No one was going to do it to me. I remember traveling and seeing other gyms train. And then I'd go back home and be like, fuck, I'm not training half as hard. I need to be fucking harder on myself. And then that's why I developed tough love for myself. To keep myself accountable, to be my own coach. I had to coach myself early on. It's why I believe I'm a good coach now, because I had to coach myself. Tough love doesn't let you accept average. Average is the enemy of good. It's useful in the gym. It's useful in business as well. Business deadlines. It just lets you know when you're slacking. That tough love. Like if you're in a business and you need to make 200 calls a day, that tough love is going to keep you accountable to do it. You're calling yourself out when you keep hitting snooze instead of training. Like, give you two examples. You hit snooze because you're meant to train. Or you call yourself a piece of shit, a lazy bastard. Get the fuck up, you lazy cunt. How fucking dare you? And you have that ability to self-talk to yourself to get up. Which one's going to get you up? The one, oh, just get up. Oh, come on, you can do it. Fucking get up, you cunt. I know which one I'm listening to. This compassion shit that everyone fucking preaches these days, like, oh yeah, you just be happy with the way you are. Fuck off. Oh, don't curse about yourself. Oh, fuck you. If I'm a lazy piece of shit, I'm gonna call myself a lazy piece of shit. There's no other way to define that other than curse words and calling myself out in the bullshit and being a harsh with myself. Because I ain't fucking listening to them nicey nice words. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Now, compassion, however, the best friend mode, it keeps you sane and prevents burnout. Because if you fucking talk to yourself like a piece of shit every single fucking time, you're going to burn out eventually. You're going to fucking destroy yourself. It's good to a limit in a certain area and pushing you past your comfort zone. You can't get too soft with how, you might start off talking to yourself like a piece of shit to push yourself harder. But like if you go too far in the wrong direction, you're going to burn out and injure yourself. It lets you recover, reset, and keep perspective. Because sometimes when you're in the moment of pushing yourself dead hard, calling yourself a piece of shit, pushing hard, you lose that perspective. You lose the fact of what the fuck, where is this? Where am I? It's useful after genuine effort. Like if you're hurt or when life hits hard, you've lost a fight, you've had a hard sparring round and you lost. Maybe shit's going bad in business. It's not the way it should be. Okay, that's sometimes time to reset. Show yourself some compassion and love. But that's genuine fucking effort. Now, here's another aspect. Too much calling yourself a piece of shit will destroy your confidence. Fighting is a lot about confidence and up here, your brain, your mindset. And the same with business, by the way. Any pursuit, I talk about fighting because it's the most relatable thing to me. It's who I am. It's essentially me as a human being. But now that I move more into business, I move more into other areas of my life and sales, a lot of it is now about business. And like, okay, I can call myself a piece of shit to push hard, to make more content, to do more calls, to build my business, to learn more. But it does take sometimes a chance to step back and go, be your own best friend. How far have you actually came from? For a couple of years ago, you were living in the back of gym kit. Do you know what I mean? Working night shifts 7 days a week. Now you own a business with employees. Sometimes you've got to take a step back and look at yourself and go, fuck, you've done well, kid. Well done. You deserve what you're getting. Because it's hard to do that sometimes. Because, we all want to be the multi-millionaire. We want to be the UFC world champion. We want to be the best in the world. But if you want to achieve them goals, it's not about right now, like, looking at that end goal. Like if I'm on a map, good example, if I'm looking on a map and I'm traveling somewhere, I'm looking at the next turn, the next road I need to drive down, the next set of lights I need to stop at. Not fucking looking at the end goal and just staring at the end goal where I need to go and then driving into a fucking lamppost like a cunt. You're not doing that. You're looking at where to go, where the map leads to. And it's the same with trying to achieve your goals. Stop looking at it as if, I'm not a millionaire yet. I'm not a UFC champion yet. Yeah, but what's your next goal? How far have you travelled from when you left off? When you left the house, how far have you came on your journey? Where are you on your journey? Are you halfway there? 3/4 of the way there? 10%? How many roads have you turned? How many roadblocks have you overcome? That's what you need to look at. But that takes compassion. It's hard to do that in the moment when you're calling yourself a piece of shit. Calling yourself a piece of shit is the driving. The compassion is looking at the map and seeing, oh fuck, I've travelled quite a big amount here. That makes sense. Treat it like a car journey. How far have you travelled? Here's another good metaphor, and this is a belter from my fighters and likes of Alden Bates if he's listening, or any other guys. Like, think of it like the coach and the corner man in a fight. The coach screams, stop being fucking lazy and get your fucking hands up. Keep fucking going. This is in the middle of the round. In the middle of the round. You're a piece of shit. You're not doing enough. Push it fucking harder. Do more. But you see, when you get back to the corner, your coach sits you down, wipes your face, gets you, take a deep breath, mate. Fucking brilliant round, mate. Really good. Well done. You've got this. Fucking outstanding. Fucking animal. What a fucking round. But in the middle of that fucking round, he was calling you a piece of shit. Put your hands up, do more. Pushing you, giving you that motivation, because motivation doesn't come from fucking home. Yeah, well done, great shot. Woo, well done. Yay. They're shit corner men, them. The real corner men are telling you what to fucking do, and you're not doing enough. You need to push it hard. Watch any good corner man. They're going to give proper advice. Not going to say, well done. They're water holders. The corner men are just going, oh, well done, yeah, good for you. They're water holders, mate. The real corner men are going to tell you what you fucking need to do, whether you want to hear it or not. They don't give a fuck. And you need to be that guy for yourself. When you're pushing and grinding, you're that corner man in the middle of the round shouting. And you need to be that guy for yourself. But after, When you've achieved the goal, or you've hit a setback, or you've hit a milestone, okay, sit back, relax, compassion, be your own best friend. Fucking you did well there. Brilliant job, great round. And then, during the compassion element, during in between the rounds, you give yourself advice on how do you adjust. How do you go on to the next round? What is next? What happens next? You just gonna fucking stop? No, obviously you're not gonna fucking stop. What is next? What's the next step? What did you need to adjust that round? Ask yourself right now. There's no point you fucking listen to this podcast if you don't interact and think about it in your own head. So I am leaving the odd little pause intentionally. So you take in the information. Listen, I ain't fucking selling you shit. If you want to join my one-to-one coaching mentorship, you get this personally from me. You get this every fucking day. I'll keep you accountable. All you have to do is, message me on Instagram. But that's not the purpose of this. I want you to benefit from this without me fucking saying or doing a fucking goddamn fucking thing. Right now, ask yourself the question, are you making excuses? Are you being too compassionate? Or are you being too harsh on yourself? Are you in the middle of the round that you need more harder to push? Do you need to be pushed harder in the middle of the round? Or do you need the timer to be rang? And you need to go back to your corner and reassess. Where in the fight are you right now? Who fucking knows? I don't know. It's a fucking podcast and you're listening to me. So here's some principles for applying it. Some rough principles. And this is a concept, as I say, I'm building out. I'm actually going to do a talk on this on the 2nd of September in my mate's event. When you're making excuses, this is when you need to use tough love. When you make excuses, that is when tough love is needed. So if you're rationalizing bullshit that you know is a pile of shit, like, I'll give you an example. I'll start Monday. I don't feel like it. That's when you need to be fucking harsh. A business example is not sending DMs because you're too tired, or not uploading a video because, you might get criticism. You know when you're talking shite. I don't need to tell you when you're talking shite. You know it. Number 2, when you've built comfort into a habit. This is fucking for most men. And you can recognize this because I do a lot of calls with individuals. They get on the call with me and they're like, they have the same shit. If you're skipping the gym, you're scrolling on your phone, you're procrastinating, and that's become the default thing you do every single day, you need to shock yourself out of it. Compassion will get you out of it. So it's like in fitness saying that, you're not going to the fucking gym. Call yourself a lazy fuck if you don't hit 50 push-ups a day. God gave us push-ups for a fucking reasons, because it can be done fucking anywhere and you can get in shape from them. You can get in shape from push-ups, burpees, and bodyweight squats. The problem is most fuckers are just too fucking lazy to do them. A lot of people are looking for the secret sauce to getting in shape, but in reality, you've got your own fucking body that could be used. It's why I developed the Strike Fit app, by the way, which is my own AI app that could be done anywhere. You can get in shape from fucking anywhere. Stop me selling that, by the way. Like, if you want to fucking join it, join it. It's link in my bio on Instagram, but that ain't the fucking point of this. You can get in shape fucking anywhere from doing fuck all. There's no excuses you can say to me that cannot make you in better shape and be the best physically you can be. It boils down to how much you're sleeping. And even if you don't fucking sleep a lot, you can still fucking train every single fucking day. You can do 15-minute workouts in between fucking sales calls, or on your lunch break, or fucking after work very quickly before your kids come home from school, or whatever the fuck it is, you can fit it in. And then if you don't shovel a load of shit in your fucking gob, you'll be in shape. But most cunts think, oh, I don't have time to work out, that's why I'm not in shape. Nothing to do with the fucking shite you shovel in your mouth. Don't talk shite. Don't talk absolute fucking shite. You're just weak. You're not being harsh on yourself. So I'm telling you, I'm giving you permission. Be a little bit harsher. Number 3, when you're aiming higher. Oh, gotta use some tough love here. Sorry. This is a reality. If you've already hit a level, but you know you can do and go further, you've got to give yourself tough love. Like, if you're a fighter who's fit enough, but you want to dominate, that tough love is going to take you from good to elite. That little bit more effort. And I don't mean doing more volume. I mean fucking putting more effort in the moment. Now, when it comes to compassion, this is a different story. When your effort is genuine and you give it your all, you can wholeheartedly say if someone put a gun to your head and you could not do no more, but it didn't go perfectly, give yourself some compassion. Be your own best friend. That's cool. It fucking happens. We all feel. Like, I talk about tough love and putting the work in, but we all feel. I feel more than most. I'm like Alden Bates, the guy who made the message. I want to be UFC World Champion. Fucking I didn't achieve that shit. If your business pitch failed, but you were actually prepped and delivered, and you can wholeheartedly say you did as much as you possibly fucking could, the right move is encouragement, not self-hate. It's adjustment on the corner in between rounds going, okay, cool. What can we fucking fix here? What do you do well? Fucking well done. When recovery is needed is number 2. Sleep, injury, illness, beating yourself up only makes it fucking worse. Like, trust me, lack of sleep. Sometimes you have to push through lack of sleep and you need that tough love. I get that. Sometimes with injuries, you do need to call yourself a little bit of a bitch. Like, I'll be honest, like, if you're going to fight, you're going to have an injury. You have to push through that as well sometimes. And sometimes you've got the common cold. You have to push past that as well. So there's nuances with this. There is context with that. But you do need to give yourself some compassion as well. Make sure you are well recovered, slept. If you've injured your knee, don't be squatting. If you're fucking dying of staph infection, don't give it to every cunt in the gym. Like, a fighter training 3 times a day needs to know when he needs to rest instead of running themselves into the ground. Like, if you are training 2 to 3 times a day, it's not a work ethic problem, is it? Or at least a volume work ethic problem there. If you're doing them 3 sessions and they're half-hearted, that's a different story. But you need to understand. The third step. You need compassion when the critic is self-sabotaging. And this is the one you need to look out for. This is dangerous. If the self-talk gets toxic and it doesn't push you, it paralyzes you. Like, it calls you, like, say it calls you shit. You need to work harder at the gym, but it stops you fucking competing altogether. Jesus Christ, don't fucking do that. This is when you need a best friend to talk you through it. Missing one training session, tough love is going to say you're weak, but your best friend says one session won't ruin you. Get back on it tomorrow. Like, there is, understand the difference of that. And I can't fucking give you every example of that, you cunt. You're going to have to address it yourself. You have to learn to be your own best friend, but your own coach as well, and coach yourself through this, because there's a time and a place for both. I can't tell you. Here are some practical tips that might be able to help them. Rules of awareness. You want to ask yourself, am I making excuses or am I genuinely at my limit? I'm going to repeat that one more fucking time because you need to fucking remember this one. Otherwise, there's no fucking point listening to this podcast. Rule of awareness. Am I making excuses or am I genuinely at my limit? Only you can answer that. You don't fucking lie to yourself. It's your future. And if it's excuses, it's tough love you need to give yourself. Call yourself a piece of shit. Get after it. And if it is genuine effort and your limit, be your own best friend. You get me? The 70-30 split. Most of the time, people need to be kept accountable. You need to be told they're a lazy fuck. You need to be harsh with yourself most of the time because we're in a soft world. That's just the way the world is right now. It's a little bit too soft. And that's how you grow. But 30% of the time, you need to soften, be your own best friend, And don't forget about that. Now, each individual is different with this ratio. Some of you are soft as fucking need to be harsh. Some of you too fucking harsh. Especially if you come from a background, by the way, where you feel like you're a piece of shit and you're from a working class background like myself. You've always been brought up, especially as a man, to believe that you're not worth shit, that you can't achieve something. That might be fucking you. And if it is, fucking snap out of it. Don't be such a fucking cunt to yourself. Be your own best friend. Nobody's going to do it for you. You've got to be your own best friend. Listen, don't expect someone to come in your life and tell you you're the best thing since sliced bread. You're amazing. Oh, well done. It's not fucking happening. No one's coming to fucking save you. Sorry to breach it to you. If you've never heard it before, no cunt is going to come and save you. You've got to be your own toughest critic, but you've also got to be your own best friend. You have to be that bipolar person that talks to himself constantly. Listen, if you've ever seen me in public, you'll probably see me moving my mouth, having a conversation with myself. I constantly talk to my fucking self. Now, maybe I might myself to be a fucking nutcase, but if you didn't realise I was by now, I can't fucking help you. You're fucking dumb. You've got to be your own fucking critic. So the 70-30 split, for most people, try and work out that ratio for yourself. And then the rule of perspective. Tip number 3, imagine you're coaching someone else. So take a top-down view. Imagine you're watching or you're coaching someone else. If your athlete is slacking the way you are, you push them. If your athlete is bleeding and exhausted and they're injured, you support them. You got to treat yourself with the same level of balance. Like, how the fuck would you treat an athlete? Would you just speak to them like a piece of shit? Or would you work with them? You got to look at yourself the same way from an outside point of view. So, to wrap it up, a lot of people with most opinions take one side of the fence, and normally the answer lies somewhere in the middle for most things. The enemy isn't tough love or kindness. The enemy is imbalance. There's too much kindness and you're going to be a soft cunt. Too much tough love and you'll burn out. The goal is mastery. Knowing when to call yourself out and knowing when to back yourself up. So listen, I want to encourage you this week. Every time you catch yourself with self-talk, ask yourself, do you need a drill sergeant or do you need a best friend? What do you think? Boys, I don't mean to be a fucking cunt here, but that was probably one of the best podcasts I've ever made. So if you enjoyed it, share it on your story on Instagram. Your Uncle Ali is back in full swing. Better, even got a fucking candle. If you're watching this, got a fucking like that. Wow. That light turned out halfway through though. So sharing your story. If you do want personal coaching, reach out to me on Instagram. Apart from that, I appreciate your love. If you got benefit from it, show me some love back. Give it 5 stars. Give it a share. Got to keep them going. I love doing these. I educate myself because I have to learn the subjects that I actually go through in depth. And so a lot of the time it's personal experience. And this one was something I had a lot of personal experience with. And it all, actually, the idea of this podcast came from Alden Bates, who left a comment on my reel. And being another professional fighter, I completely relate to what he said. I love you. If you've not heard that lately, I want you to know I love you. You're always welcome to reach out. Just fucking going on a rant here. But I do these podcasts because I needed a motherfucker to tell me this shit when I was a kid, and I had to learn the hard way. And I suffered for it, boys. Lived in the back of a gym for 10 years, didn't achieve my goals, fractured back, nearly went blind multiple times. Tried chopping myself up multiple times. Well, not chopping myself up, kill myself. So please implement what I say. I'm not saying I know everything. I fucking don't. Far from it. But implement some of the advice. At least the stuff you resonate with. And I will see you shortly.